Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Wrestling Results here on this channel. AEW Dynamite results for October 27th, 2021. This contains spoilers. Tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite was held live from the Agnes Arena in Boston, Massachusetts, the home of where I live. Too bad I couldn't take some time off in order to go to this live event. Plus, you had to show proof of COVID vaccination and a proof of negative test. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur were the broadcast team for tonight's event. Making his AEW Dynamite in-ring debut, CM Punk versus the infamous Bobby Fish. CM Punk still a perfect record here in AEW. Bobby Fish looking to put a blemish on that, said Excalibur. Bobby Fish being an 18-year veteran, sorry. He's not going to be blown out of the water, added Jim Ross. Bobby Fish changed levels, kicking Punk in the turnbuckles. Fish hit the knees strikes on Punk, but Punk took Fish down and dropped an elbow. Punk used 3 consecutive body slams on Fish. Punk went for a short arm clothesline, but Fish countered with a back elbow. Fish followed up with a senton. Fish hit a snap suplex on Punk for a near fall. Punk clotheslined Fish to the outside of the ring. Punk smashed Fish into the barricade with a torpedo suicida. Punk climbed to the top rope, but Fish rolled out of the ring outside. Fish baited Punk and then kicked Punk's leg out from beneath him. Fish charged at Punk with an elbow for a near fall. Fish punished Punk with an inverted leg screw. Fish focused his attack on Punk's left knee. Fish is trying to completely destroy the vertical base of the red-hot CM Punk, said Jim Ross. That would neutralize CM Punk's GTS, added Excalibur. Wow. Every blow by Fish is on target, mentioned Tony Schiavone. Punk rallied back with strikes on Fish on the outside, but Fish blasted Punk with a knee strike. Back in the ring, Fish whooped Punk with kicks to the inside and of Punk's leg. Punk used forearms to push Fish away and off the turnbuckle. Punk balanced on one leg and dropped an elbow off the turnbuckle to Bobby Fish. Punk connected with a neck breaker and then a short arm clothesline on Fish for a near fall. Punk attempted the GTS, but Bobby Fish countered with a dragon screw and then a sliding clothesline. Punk hoisted up Fish again and finally connected with the GTS. Punk finished off Fish with a pin. It wasn't easy, but Punk persevered, said Excalibur. Bobby Fish deserves some congrats because in a losing effort, he had his very best match, added Jim Ross. Up next, we have MJF with Wardlow and Shawn Spears versus Bryce Donovan. MJF kicked Donovan and then whipped him into the corner. He quickly hit a heat seeker pendulum piledriver and pinned Donovan with one finger. MJF has words for Darby Allin after the match. Darby, on September 29th, you made a mistake and interrupted me when I told everyone that I deserve to be the AEW World Champion, which is true. And you threw the gauntlet down, and now you're too scared to show up for work. I knocked out Sting with my diamond ring. Now that Darby's out of my way, there's nothing can be stopping me. I am the past, the present, the future. Sting's music begins to play, and MJF pretended to act scared. Oh, he's so scared. The lights turned back on, and MJF laughed, saying it was all a joke. The lights actually turned off again, and MJF said, "Very funny, Spears." Spears said it wasn't him who turned off the lights. Sting appeared in the ring and hit Wardlow. MJF retreated. A fan in the crowd dressed in an Invisible Man Halloween costume unmasked and revealed himself to be Darby Allin. Darby had a skateboard embedded with thumbtacks. Darby and Sting cleared the ring of Shawn Spears and Wardlow, and then Darby got on the microphone. "Max, full gear," said Darby Allin. Tony Schiavone interviewed AEW Women's Champion Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, backstage. Schiavone said Tony Khan signed a no DQ match between Baker and Abandon for this Friday's Rampage. Next, we have your TNT title match. TNT champion Spanish God Sammy Guevara versus All Ego Ethan Page. Now, if you guys watched last night's tapings of AEW Dark, Ethan Page attacked him from behind, our Spanish God, Sammy Guevara, and made Sammy Guevara bleed. If Sammy is vicious, the Inner Circle gets the 10-man tag match at Full Gear. If Sammy loses, he must leave the Inner Circle. Everyone was barred from ringside. Sammy bolted down the ramp and hit a knee strike on Page, sending Page crashing to the arena floor. Sammy took flight and jumped over the top rope with a backflip on Page. Sammy hurled Ethan Page onto the timekeeper's table and then into the barricade. The bell finally rang. Page and Sammy traded strikes. "I'm the man," yelled Page. Sammy used a snap suplex and floated over. The premier athlete, Tony Nese, was watching from ringside. Sammy picked up Ethan Page and dropped him, but as Page was descending to the mat, Sammy kicked him. Page rallied back by dropping Sammy across the ring, the turnbuckles. Ethan Page was looking for Ego's edge, but Sammy slipped out. Sammy kicked Page behind the head. "How accurate was that kick?" said Jim Ross. Sammy hit a springboard cutter onto Page. The Spanish God followed up with a Spanish fly for a near fall. Sammy connected with a beautiful shooting star press onto Ethan Page on the outside. Page managed to shift the momentum. He climbed to the top turnbuckle, but Sammy met him up there. Page picked up Sammy and body slammed him off the top. Page hit a running shoulder tackle on Sammy. Page hoisted Sammy up, looking for a avalanche. Ego's edge but Sammy countered. Sammy finished off Ethan Page with a shooting star press for the pin. Scorpio Sky sprinted to the ring and began to assault Sammy after the match. Jericho and the Inner Circle ran out to come to the aid of Sammy. Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page backed off in a hurry. Jericho grabbed a microphone. Sammy won his match with you, Page, and that means there will be a 5-on-5 10-man tag match at Full Gear. Page, Sky, American Top Team against the reunited Inner Circle. And by virtue of Tony Khan, this match will now be a Minneapolis street fight. Tell Dan Lambert to be at Dynamite next week so we can tell him which members will be facing us. Tony Schiavone was backstage with Bryan Danielson and Eddie Kingston. Don't tell me about hard work until you've walked a mile in my shoes, said Kingston, and then he walked away. That's the Eddie Kingston I want to see. I hate to tell you, Eddie, but I've been through it too. I'm not saying you're not a hard worker, Eddie. Him and Jon Moxley are the two toughest professional wrestlers I've met in my entire life. And despite all of that, on Friday, I'm going to go out there and prove I am the best. And Eddie, I don't care if you going to listen or not, but I'm going to beat you, said Danielson. Tony Schiavone was with the AEW Tag Team Champions with the Lucha Brothers backstage. FTR, we know what you want. We will put these titles on the line at Full Gear on November 13th, said Ray Phoenix. TBS Women's Title Tournament first round match. The Woman of the 1,000 Holds, Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shira. Shira and Deeb chain wrestled to the mat. Shira kicked at Deeb in the corner. Deeb swept out the leg of Shira and wrapped it into the steel ring post. Shira used her legs to pull Deeb into the steel post. Deeb was seeing stars on the outside of the ring, and Shira left the ring to bring Deeb back in to prevent a count out. Shira brought Deeb back in by suplexing her. Deeb unleashed European uppercuts on Shira, but Shira hammered back with fists. She whipped Deeb into the corner and rocked Deeb with a running elbow. Shira hits a missile dropkick and then a delay vertical suplex for a near fall on Deeb. Shira dropped an axe kick and then followed up with a release German suplex on Serena. She planted Deeb for a near fall. Shira connected with a running knee strike on Deeb for another near fall. Shira pushed Deeb, who landed hard on the arena floor. Shira jumped off the ring steps with a missile drop kick on Deeb. Serena fought back by wrapped Shira's leg across the ring post and applying the figure four. Shira blasted Deeb with a question mark kick. Shira attempted a running knee strike, but Deeb countered with an inverted figure four. Shira made it to the ropes to break the hold. This is awesome, chanted by the fans. Deeb picked up the broken plaque, but Shira kicked Deeb, knocking it out of her hands. Deeb was looking for the Deeb tox, but Shira reversed it with a roll up and pinned Deeb. Shira became AEW's first female with 50 wins after the match. Deeb blocked Shira. Deeb took a steel chair and swung it at Shira's Repeatedly, AEW referees, including Jerry Lynn, ran out to the ring to try to stop Deeb's assault on Shira. Tony Schiavone was backstage with Leo Rush and Dante Martin. Tony Schiavone informed us that Mike Sydal was injured. So, this Friday, instead of a tag match, it'll be Dante Martin against Matt Sydal. Men's World Title Eliminator Tournament Eliminator match. John Moxley versus Dark Order's Preston Vance. The winner will face freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy in the semifinals of the tournament. Moxley used a released German suplex and then stomped a mud hole into Vance. Moxley sent 10 face first into the ring steps. He began biting on 10's mask. 10 was busted wide open. Preston fought back with a pump kick to Mox in the corner, but Mox regrouped and rained right hands down on him. Mox finished off Press 10 with a paradigm shift and pinned him. The American Nightmare, Cody Rose, came out to the ring with Arn Anderson. Cody says, "Whether you believe it or not, I hear you. I hear you online. I hear old wrestling managers shouting at clouds on social media. And I heard you this Saturday. I had one of the best wrestlers in the world, Malachi Black. I hit a trigger driver 98, but for a brief glimmer, I thought about hitting a different move. Would I have popped up? Would I have broken a rule? But you know why I didn't? Because that was the easy way out. I feel like as a fan, you have the right to cheer or boo. But if you're going to acknowledge the man who signs the checks, please acknowledge the man who built this bank. The easy way out is not the way I will not turn. And the reason is simple. Because I love you guys. I've loved you my entire life. So if anybody thought that maybe I got a little Hollywood, I apologize to all of you. And those in the Nightmare family and Arn Anderson. If I've never told you, let me tell you right now, it is a damn honor to stand in the ring with you, and I apologize. You were right. Andrade El Idolo walked out with a microphone. Cody, these people don't like you. The people don't like me. But the difference is I don't like the people. Cody, you made stupid choices. First, that stupid tattoo. Second, you got in my business. Look at me. I am Andrade El Idolo. But wait. But if you want, I can make you my little bitch. The lights in the arena went out. The lights came back on and Malachi Black was in the ring. He sprayed the black mist at Cody Rhodes. Black and Andrade El Idolo began to double team Arn Anderson. The Bastard Pack sprinted out of the ring to even up the odds. Pack flipped off Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black. AEW officials had to hold back Malachi Black and Andrade El Idolo. Next, we have Dark Order versus the Elite. The Elite. Dark Order's Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, and John Silver. And boom! Colt Cabana versus the Elite AEW World Champion Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and Adam Cole, baby. The Elite were dressed as Ghostbusters. Adam Cole kicked at John Silver, who was dressed as Bambi. Silver hit a headbutt on Cole and followed up with a back body drop. Kenny Omega tagged in, Ponton Pack and all. Evil Uno tried to splash Kenny Omega, but Omega turned and Uno splashed the Proton Pack instead. Grayson tagged in, and then the Dark Order splashed Matt Jackson in the corner. Colt Cabana, dressed as Brandon Cutler, cold sprayed Matt Jackson. Grayson launched himself off the shoulder of the Young Bucks and then hit a Hurricanrana on Kenny Omega. Don't cross the streams, Young Bucks. You might get your teeth kicked in, said Schiavone. Colt Cabana tagged in and cleaned house on the Bucks. Cabana hit a flying apple on Adam Cole. Nick Jackson super kicked, boom boom. John Silver tagged in and hit a release German suplex on Nick Jackson. Silver was super kicked for his trouble. Omega nailed Silver with a Snapdragon suplex. It was pure bedlam as Dark Order and the Elite traded offense. Nick Jackson inadvertently super kicked the ref Rick Knox. This thing is chaotic, said Jim Ross. Their Super Elite are going to steal this thing once again, added Excalibur. They grabbed their proton packs and sandwiched the Dark Order with splashes. The Super Elite powerbombed Colt Cabana on the proton packs. The top end of a custom horse ran out to the ring, and the Super Elite took him out to pasture with the BTE trigger. They removed the horse's head, and it was Brandon Cutler with his mouth taped. They Stay Puffed Marshmallows Man hit the dead eye on Matt Jackson. He unmasked to reveal he was Hangman Adam Page in disguise. John Silver covered Matt Jackson and pinned him for the victory. The Elite got outsmarted here tonight, said Jim Ross. Be sure to tune in next Wednesday to AEW Live on TNT from the Cable Homer Arena in Independence, MO. Don't miss AEW Rampage this Friday at 10/9 Central on TNT, featuring the American Dragon Brian Danielson versus Mad King Eddie Kingston in a world title eliminator tournament match. AEW Women's World Champion Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus Abandon in a no DQ match. Dante Martin versus Matt Sydal 3. And remember, the home of professional wrestling is All Elite Wrestling. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. Guys, stay tuned. Tomorrow is Impact results. We will have it here for you guys tomorrow morning at this time as well. I'm Unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy ass bitch motherfucker.